Hello Assassins, today we are going to go through a bit of Region 5 gameplay with Baltasar. Very unique hero in my eyes. I'm basically going to equip him with T5 gear, he's level 45, and I'm basically going to show you how to manipulate his abilities so that you can turn your defense into a massive offensive burst. So going to be very interesting. He kind of interacts like not many of the heroes in the game, so it makes him quite unique. But I'd just like to thank everybody for subscribing of late. We're so close to 200 subscribers. So if you're new and you haven't joined the community, hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching this video, just drop it a thumbs up, put in the comments section, because it just helps the way YouTube promotes videos. So right, Baltasar. I'm going to go into him, just explain a couple of his abilities, and then I'll explain how to manipulate them when we're actually in combat. So if I go to me skills here, right, his first ability is attack is increased by 50% of this hero's defenses for 15 ticks. So basically whatever your defense is, it increases basically your attack by 50%, and just basically the higher defense, the higher you're going to get a bit of an attack bonus. And this is the way we're going to obviously explain on how manipulating it. So right, defense is increased by 50% on a selected target for 15 ticks. So this is kind of his support ability. Can use it on himself. You can obviously bolster somebody else if you want to. Just make him stay in a fight a little bit longer, take a little bit less damage. His stun ability here is very decent. Strikes for 175% damage and inflicts stun for 3 ticks. So you stun them for 3 ticks, it means you can get 3 hits in, and hopefully you can kind of be done with the enemy by the time they've actually recovered. So you can actually get through the fight without actually taking any damage. Right, his passive abilities. Attack and defense are permanently increased by 15%. At the start of combat, 50% chance to increase attack and defense by an additional 15% for 3 ticks. So when you go into combat, there's a coin flip that you're going to increase your attack and defense by 15%. And this one here, Unbreakable. Defense is increased by 35% when fighting multiple enemies. So it doesn't matter whether they're stacked behind each other or either side of you. You will just do more damage. Your defenses will be increased by that, and you have a 10% chance to obviously parry the enemy's attack, which means you just take a bit of reduced damage. So you don't take the full blow, you parry it. So obviously clearly built for defense. He's not got a bad attack, but we're going to take him into the mission here. And we're going to just bring in Gasper just to heal him up, because the first bit I'm going to do with him without any of his abilities activated, and then the second bit I'll do after. So if he does need a little bit of healing, we can just top him up a little bit, because we just want to show off his abilities really, rather than have him die. So right, we're going to go in here. So we're going to take in Baltasar here, and we're going to just go in normally. No abilities activated, no nothing. So get the stun off, because obviously surprise attack, done a nice little bit of damage there, got plus 10% attack as well. So it doesn't hit too bad. He hits for roughly 2k on enemies like this. The bulkier they go, sometimes it's about 18 to 1700. So he's not the hardest hitter in the world, but he's alright. Right, let's just go through here. So here we go, stun him, take him out. As you can see, because this bloke's got better armor on, we're not hitting for as much as possible as we should do. But because you could see, because we were surrounded by multiple enemies there, our attack went up by 15% and our defenses as well. So brilliant little ability to have. It just helps you stay in the fight that little bit longer when you are surrounded by enemies. Hopefully we'll get his stun back online. But he's not that tanky. That's the one thing I will say. I don't think he's that tanky. For a hero that is a tank, it doesn't really absorb damage that much compared to somebody like Horatio, who is by all means an absolute tank. So here we go, just a bit elusive, get through there, jump up there, get him over here, and then, oh, for crying out loud. Oh, there you go, the Assassin's Creed's odds again, 95% chance, clearly going to fail. Oh, it's just shocking. It just winds me up so much sometimes. Right, there we go, he's down. Right, so we're going to go into this room with Baltasar, but what we're going to do is we are going to we'll extend his health a little bit and give him a little bit of a heal up. So we're going to attack it, do his ability, and so here we go. Activated that. So we're going to do just this one, which just increases our attack for 50% based on our defense. So we'll go in and do that here. So as you can see, the damage output's gone straight up straight away. There you go. 2-7 on an enemy, which would probably normally do only 1700 to. So get him in here. There you go. A nice little stun again. Nice little bit of crit damage. And it does make such a big difference. Such a big difference having that ability. But I'm going to... that's fallen off. Do you know what? We're just going to use Baltasar. Right. So now I'm going to use the other ability. And this is what I'm on about, manipulating his abilities. As you can see, defense is increased by 50%. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase our defense. And because we have that other ability active, our attack is going to go up as well. And this is a good way of putting a bit of extra training into him in his defense. And when you're activating his abilities, you're actually increasing his attack as well. So this is what I mean by he's quite a unique little hero, as you can increase his defense, but also at the same time that's upping his attack. So it is quite nice. I'm expecting this to go off here, not a problem. There you go, there you go, 6k. You can just see that we are now getting that little bit extra damage because because of his ability, and it just makes him so much more sustainable. So we're going to go in here. I'm going to come up here, should be ambushed, so we're going to get more defense, and there you go. Look at that damage. Now that there's so many defense buffs active on us, we are now hitting so much harder. So we're hitting for 3-6 just off of a basic, and that was originally what, 2k, 2k, yeah, about 2k I'd say. So he's now hitting extremely hard because of all the defensive bonuses he's got up. And there you go, 12k hit. We're just absolutely rinsing people now. Absolutely rinsing people. And that's all because of the ability of making his defences go up. They've now all dropped off, and you will now start to see that our damage is going to be slightly reduced. So there you go, back to your 2Ks, back to 1.6. So he doesn't hit that hard, but he's very good for doing bursty little bits of damage. And that's what I mean. If you can stack them abilities on top of each other like I did there, it just makes the world of difference. It just makes him so much tankier. And not only tankier, but he hits so much harder as well. The difference is day and night when he's got them abilities active. As I said, we're back to like our basic 2k hits now. So he's a very, 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 very unique hero. And he has got a bit of potential. I think the more extra training you can do, he's not someone, despite him being a tank, that I think can really go through missions and just pole through a mission. I don't think he's got the damage output for that. And as you can see, when you're coming up against beefier enemies, that burst damage is obviously over 15 ticks, but it's used quite a lot on the same hero or the same enemy, the same fight, because you're not dealing the super massive damage. So as I said, there are ways to improve him, which I've just shown you, and it does make him a slightly better hero, but he's not endgame content for me. You know, he's far outclassed by better heroes in the game, but this is a good little way. As if he is your hero, he's just cleared through mission number 27, still got some levels to put in him, still got extra training you can put in him, and he's still done the job. So I'll say a decent hero. He's a decent hero. He's a nice addition to the roster, and if you have to use him in the Helix Rift events, I've not got a problem with that. I quite enjoy playing him. It's not a bad addition to anybody's roster, really. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you kind of like the way that we managed to figure that out and basically manipulate his abilities to make him hit harder and turn his defense into offense. So thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Look after yourself, everybody, and stay safe. Take care.